Yo, mi gente, what's up? Come here. Yo, mi gente, come here real quick, man. Come here, Tigre. Let me talk to you, Tigre. You got me, bro. I'm not gonna lie, I'm convinced. You're right, bro. Alberto Puello is a way better boxer than Subriel Matias. Not even gonna hold you, bro. You absolutely right. That being said, in this video, I will be explaining how Subriel Matias exposes Alberto Puello. You like what I just did there? I'm gonna show you and explain to you how Subriel Matias will expose Alberto Puello. First, I'm gonna start by saying, welcome back to VicSznTV. Hit the like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Don't forget to like. But let's get back to it, man. Listen, we're gonna do it like this. A lot of people are judging this fight solely based off of how these fighter styles look individually. People are not even seeing how these styles match up together. People are judging this fight by how these styles look individually. That's mistake number one. Mistake number two is thinking just because one looks like they have a more traditional boxing style than the other one doesn't mean that that person that has the more traditional boxing style country is better than the other person's country. I have to throw that in there. Because lately people have been throwing this around saying Dominican boxing is better than Puerto Rican boxing, that's brujeria at its finest. Now, I'm not taking away from Dominican boxing. Dominican Republic has great boxers right now. Currently, you know what I'm saying? Adames, De Los Santos, Polanco. You got the prospect Santana coming up. You know, there's some great fighters coming out of DR. But can we be 100% honest? Y'all not touching Puerto Rico, bro, right now. And it's not me being biased. It has nothing to do with that shit. Get your panties out of the bunch, right? Really do the knowledge. Do the knowledge. Puerto Rico is up in every single category when it comes to the sport of boxing against Dominican Republic. But guess what? There's a lot of casual fans. There's a lot of just people that don't know nothing about boxing. And they will look at these two fighters like Subriel Matias and Alberto Puello and judge the styles, not how they match against each other, but how they just individually look. And then they'll judge to see who has the better look and style, right? To determine who wins this fight. And then they'll determine the styles. They'll use the styles and try to determine which one is the best by how the styles look. Which country is the best country than the other according to how the styles look. Not how they match up against each other, but how the styles look, which don't make no damn sense, right? Everything that look good ain't good, right? Because while we looking at a fighter like Subriel Matias, who people might think he has an ugly style, but in every victory, he got 100% KO ratio. You know, we got a fighter in Puello who could box his ass off. But his legacy is low-key blemished as he popped for PDs. That's just the facts. The facts is Alberto Puello popped for PDs. So if you're going to consider and you're going to determine the styles of these two fighters and try to determine who's the better country by the styles of these two fighters, then don't forget that one of those styles is tainted by PDs. Toma. All right? Let's get that clear, pa. Don't mention which style is better than the other and try to say one country is better than the other by the styles without mentioning PDs. It hit a little different now, don't it? And it's not no shots at DR. Like I said, I make a lot of videos about DR. But there's channels out here that really think that they could talk ish about PR. PR got more world champions than y'all right now. I'm confused. I'm a fan of a lot of Dominican fighters, but when I'm comparing countries to country, it's no comparison. And the mistake is judging it off of the style of Subriel Matias just because he is one of the top boxers of Puerto Rico. That's a fact. He may not have the most traditional style, but he gets the job done in spectacular fashion. And he gives the people what we like to see. Now, when we compare it against Puello, who brings a bigger fight? Who's more exciting to watch? Subriel Matias. But that's not to take away from Alberto Puello. Alberto Puello could box his ass off. But the more exciting fighter to watch is obviously the one that's getting KOs in every single one of his victories. Now, as we move on, there's a lot of other fighters, and there's fighters I still want to get on the channel, like Polanco. You know, but they said a few things too, saying like, you know, that some of the Puerto Ricans are upset because Dominican Republic has like some of the best, have the best prospects, or he's the best prospect. They can't stand that he's Dominican though. That's false, bro. Shout out to Polanco, but no, that's stupid as shit, pa. All love. You just came back from the Puerto Rican parade, bro. What you doing at the Puerto Rican parade and ain't talking this crazy, son? Shout out to Polanco for showing love to the Puerto Rican parade, man. That's my guy. But no, bro, you're not the hottest prospect. I do believe you could be the next king. I made a video saying that you could be the next king at that 147 division, right? But to say that you're the hottest prospect, I think you could have made a better argument of that if you had a better performance in your last fight. That's just my opinion. I do believe you're one of the top prospects, but I don't believe that you're the top prospect. I think you could be one of the top, possibly 15, maybe 10, you know, but when you look at Puerto Rico, how many prospects do you see that's doing fucking amazing? Look at John Paul Rivera. Doing amazing. You know what I'm saying? You got Keith Colon coming in here too. You got Yankel Rivera as well. There's a lot of good fighters coming from Puerto Rico that I believe have more impressive victories than Polanco do. You know what I'm saying? But I do like Polanco, and I think he's up there. But I do believe that there has to be somebody that got to bring some of you guys back to reality. It's not to take away from you, right? Dominicans have great boxing backgrounds too. A lot of great boxers coming. I must continue covering Dominican fighters that I believe are next up in this boxing game. But taking Subriel Matias and trying to use that as an example of why Dominican Republic is better than Puerto Rico, it just don't make no sense. Especially because someone like Subriel Matias is about to expose Alberto Puello, and then what? You know what I'm saying? So shout out to DR one time. Shout out to Alberto Puello. But this is the main reason why Subriel Matias will expose Alberto Puello. And it's because a lot of people truly believe that you could judge or determine a prediction according to the styles, how the styles look individually, rather than how they match up against each other, and have the nerve to utilize that as a form of proof that one country is better than the other. Now, there's certain arguments you might be able to make with certain specific categories. You know what I'm saying? Like in a division, you know, maybe 160 Adames is the best Dominican fighter there than any Puerto Rican is at the moment. Maybe you might make, there's certain arguments you might be able to make, but very specific. But when we get to generalized overall view, there's no comparison, Papa. This is why Subriel Matias will expose Alberto Puello, bro. And a lot of you guys are going to realize, like, oh shit, damn. Vic was right. I still love my Dominican brothers and sisters. One thing you got to understand is that styles make fights. But the look of the styles don't. Remember that. Styles make fights, but the look of the styles don't. And you'll know exactly what I mean when Fight Night comes up. So make sure to tune in. This is VicSznTV, the universal favorite to fight fans from all nations, the best with the sound and vision. That's why I popped up in your algorithm. So make sure to hit that like button, comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. Thank you so much for tuning in once again. This is Mr. Tomafioso in the flesh. Shout out to my Tomafio. Toma!